So today I'm going to talk about God, but I don't want you to get tripped up on that word because that word often has negative connotations with it. But what I want you to understand is that actually you can use any word that you want because the word God is simply a made up label that we use to describe something that we're trying to talk about. In the same way that a chair, right? A chair that's behind, like when you talk about a chair, it's not really a chair. Chair is just a word that we use to describe this particular object. But you could really call it like a flying spaghetti monster. Like God, you could call him a flying spaghetti. It's not even a him. You could call God a flying spaghetti monster and it would be the same thing. Because the truth is, and most religious scripture talks about this, God is omnipresent. That means that God is everywhere, not some separate being that lives in another realm that's pulling the strings like a puppeteer in this realm. No, God is what is. So when you're talking about this, you can use the word source, you can use the word creation, you could say the universe, you could say whatever you want and it doesn't matter. But what I want you to understand is that if God is omnipresent, that means that God exists everywhere and is everything, including you. See, we often have this idea that everything around us is God, or that God is like somewhere over there, but I'm me, I'm something different. But no, you are a part of this creation. God is all that is. Source is all that is. The universe is all that is. God is the universe. So that means since God is everywhere, he's not only within you, like it talks about in the Bible, but he also is you. God is you. Not that you are this, like, not that this individual experience that you're having right now means that you are like secretly the often described omnipresent, all-powerful being that is usually described as God, but rather that this universe as a whole, everything that exists within this giant, expansive, eternal now that we live in, everything is that. And so your existence as this individual being and this individual perspective that you're having right now is actually just a wave on the giant expansive ocean that is God or creation or source. So this universe itself is being. And actually science proves this. The molecules and the atoms that make up your body have always been here. The tiny little particles that created your body, that your physical body is made out of, have always existed since the beginning of time. And when your physical body dies and your memories fade away and your ideas fade away and this personality fades away, you will still be here. Because that's not, the ideas and the memories and the personality are not what you are. You are actually the existence itself. So that means that your true nature, your true existence is the infinite, expansive universe that we live in. And even though you're experiencing this temporary, fleeting life right now, when you die, that does not mean that you go away. You don't. Your life, your existence is eternal. It has always been here. You have always been here. You've been here for millions of years, billions of years since the beginning of the universe. You have been here. It's just that right now, the particles that make you up and the particles that make me up have arranged themselves in such a way that they are carrying out the functions and doing the things that we're doing right now, such as storing memories and creating experiences and opinions and ideas. This is a physical, there is no separation between the spiritual, the physical, and the mental. These things are all coalesced with each other. They all exist simultaneously and rely on each other in order to exist. And so your existence, your true natural existence, is infinite and never ending and has always been here, will always be here. And yet you suffer from the illusion that you were born into this world and that you will someday die. And it's a painful illusion, but that's exactly what it is. It's an illusion. In Buddhism, they call it the veil of Maya. Although this physical body will die and the memories and the personality that are attached to this physical body will eventually fade away and turn into something else, you are infinite. And you might think to yourself, well, geez, I sure am like lucky and fortunate to live in this part of the world where I don't have to deal with these things that other people do, or I'm lucky to have not have to gone through this experience like the Holocaust or like any just awful example of human suffering. But the truth is that you did. And you are right now. Because again, although you have this experience right now of being this individual person that sees things through the lens of your own perspective, the truth is that everything that has ever happened and everything that ever will happen is happening to you. And this is all just a cycle. It's not luck. It's not random. It's all just a cycle of happening. And so you are everything that happens in this world. You are everything that is good. You are everything that is bad. You are the entire existence of the universe. And everything that exists and everything that happens is simply a different perspective from the point of view of God. So good and evil are both God. Wrong and right are both God. God is both God, the love and the light and the beauty of the world, and God is also the devil, the suffering and the pain and the hellishness of this world. Both of those things go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. This experience is entirely contextual. Everything that we experience, we only know that we experience something because we're not experiencing something else. You only know that you are you because you know what you aren't. You know what you are because you know what you're not. So if I believe that I am happy, it's only because I know that I'm not sad. If I believe that I'm sad, it's only because I know that I'm not happy. But there has to be sadness in order for there to be happiness. And in order for there to be happiness, there has to be sadness. You live in a world right now, in this moment, I don't know, it could change. Some things could change. This world is so complex and so just unbelievably miraculous that you never know what's going to happen. You never know how things are going to change. But as of right now, the nature of this existence, the nature of this world, is that everything that you are experiencing and everything that exists is in context with everything else around it. And so it's impossible for anything good to happen without anything bad happening. It's impossible for anything bad to happen without anything good happening. It's impossible for us to be energetic without knowing that it's what it's like to be tired. It's impossible for our bellies to be full without the possibility of them being empty. It's impossible for us to live without us having to die. It's impossible for us to have been born without having not existed. All of these things go hand in hand. This is yin and yang. This is the duality of this universe. You cannot escape this. And you don't want to, because if you did escape this, I mean, everything would cease to exist, because like I said, even to escape duality is in itself a dualistic point of view, because in order for there to not be duality, there would have to be duality. You see, so it encompasses everything. The entire existence of the whole universe falls under the laws of duality. It is this because it's not this. That is the only way that anything could ever exist. And all of it is the same thing. There is no separation, truthfully, but between me and the room that I'm in. I am this room that I'm in. And I am everything, and you are everything. All of it exists everything that exists is a part of the greater whole. But it's not even a part. It is the greater whole. Because there are no parts. There's no real separation between anything. It's all just an illusion. Much love. Thank you for sharing this space with me. I hope that this video helped you. And as always, I will see you in the next one.